How to manage a team. Now, I don't know about you, but if you've ever felt frustrated working with people and you're just like, why can't they understand my vision for the business? Or why do I need to monitor everything they do? Or why can't they just come up with their own to-do list? I have to keep creating their own. It's just life, guys. Just deal with it, honestly. I'm gonna share with you guys in this video my 3M framework for dealing with teams. I'm gonna break it down, but I also wanna share with you guys a story. When I started Spheric Technologies, the company that really finally allowed me to understand how businesses should be built, I was so bad at managing people that I actually had to hire somebody to do that for me. And the reason why is I was just so intense, so passionate, so excited about what we were doing that anytime I felt like somebody wasn't on that same level, I rubbed them the wrong way, and I totally got that. At least I was smart enough, I think, to find somebody to be the buffer between us. But over the years, I realized there's just no way to build a business, and I had to work on myself. I had to read the books. I had to learn and get feedback, 360 feedback from my team, so that I could understand what was missing for them to really feel like they could accomplish what they're out to do, and I could feel certain that we're aligned and we're pulling in the same direction on that piece of rope. So the 3M framework comes down to these three pieces. Number one is the 4 meetings, the meetings that you need to be having in your team. The first one is a daily stand-up every morning. Okay, depending on if your team's international, like I've built companies with employees all over the world, figure out what time zone works the best for the majority of the people. And the ones that can't make it, they just send in a quick email to the team with an update. But it's a stand-up meeting. I borrowed this idea from Agile Development or Scrum, but it's really just, what did you do yesterday? What are you doing today? And are you blocked? It takes less than 2 minutes per person, 50 minutes usually max. If you have a bigger team, you can do it by department. But just a daily stand-up to create a heartbeat for everybody to feel like they understand what and I do it myself as the CEO and founder. Like, I'll update and let them know, here's what I'm working on. Here's what I did yesterday. Here's what I did today. And if I'm blocked on a major piece that somebody else is working on, I wanna let them know in front of everybody else. And it creates kind of like a peer accountability structure. So that's one. The weekly meeting is number 2. The 4 meetings you gotta have, stand up weekly. Every week for a department, you need to sit down, review how you guys are doing, what's stopping anything, and what are some of the major initiatives or accomplishments they've had done, and really celebrate. So that's the weekly meeting. The third meeting is the quarterly retreats. So maybe it's 3 times a year, twice a year, but for me, I like quarterly, where I grab kind of the senior management of the company and we go away and we kind of just talk strategic, because many times you're so busy just executing, getting crap done, you don't take time to take a step back and really evaluate, how have we been doing? Are we on track? Do we feel like this is the right direction to be going in? So on a quarterly basis, ideally, you're getting the team away. Now, if you want to do it virtually, that's cool, but at minimum a day, ideally 2 days, and honestly, in person. That's how I've always done them. And when I've had a team distributed across the world, we do them 3 times a year. We pick a cool location that we'd all wanted to go check out. Maybe it's a ski place, whatever. We do our meetings and we'd have some fun as well. And then once a year, you want to sit down and do what's called the yearly plan. So really ask yourself, what did we do this year? Were we on goal? Where's the opportunities to improve, and do debriefs on all the major projects? But also for the next year, ask yourself, what are we gonna do that's exciting? What's our good, better, and best goals, as my buddy Todd Herman talks about? You want to figure out, where is the business going? How are we gonna get there? Introduce new information, take customer feedback, and that's your yearly planning meeting. So those are the 4 real quick: the daily stand-up, the weekly meeting per department at minimum, so finance, operations, etc. And then also the other 2 is the quarterly retreats and the yearly planning. Do that and your team will love you for it, okay? Trust me, I had to learn this the hard way. I want you guys to get it right from the beginning. The second thing is the message. To me, there's kind of 3 parts. There's the KPIs or the metrics. Like, the team wants to know, like, they're playing this game, let's call it like soccer. Imagine playing soccer and not knowing, how do you score? What's the game? How does this process work? So without knowing the direction and what's the expectations, then nobody really understands, like, how do I know if I'm doing a good job? So that's the first part of the message, right? Number 2 is getting them unstuck. It's asking them that question. That's why we do the daily stand-up. Are you stuck? And then your job as a leader is to get them unstuck. So asking them that question is part of the message. It's KPIs, then unstuck. What are you stuck on? That's your job, usually throughout the day, as the manager or the founder or CEO, to help them get unstuck. The third is delegate. And not just delegate and then forget about it. It's delegate and verify. All right, guys, I made this mistake. I don't know if you saw my 3 biggest mistakes videos. Number one was hiring somebody, giving them a huge project to be accountable for and not even paying attention to it. Cost me a lot of money. And now when I delegate, I always verify. So the second M in the 3M framework for managing teams is the message, KPIs, unstuck, and delegating with authority and giving them the tools they need to actually be successful. The third M is motivation, all right? And a lot of entrepreneurs and founders, they just feel like, I've already explained them this stuff. Why do I have to recite myself? But I'm gonna tell you, the story, why you started the business, should be something that everybody in your team, all your contractors, and ideally even your customers should know how to tell. They should know why you got into this industry, why you got into this business, your purpose. So that's the story part, and that is the motivation for other people, because if they know that it comes from a place of vision and excitement, then they're gonna work harder. To me, the other one is understanding your why as a business. Why are you here? And the way I like to frame that, really to nail the motivation aspect, is what wrong in the world do you want to right? What did you see that was broken, that you were just frustrated and you're like, I can't believe this is working this way. I'm gonna do it better. And if I even don't accomplish it, here's my vision. This is where I wanna go. And even if I spend the rest of my life trying to right this wrong, it would be time well spent. If you share that message with your team and as they're working, tell them, like, this work you're doing, it's gonna allow us to do X, Y, and Z to be able to accomplish this goal. And that's part of the bigger mission of our business. Many times when people are frustrated with their team and they don't feel like they're really got a good grasp of how to manage them, it's because they've stopped telling their stories, right? You should be doing this on a daily basis, weekly, out at events, to customers, just letting them know the why behind the reason you started the business, and also what is the wrong you want to right as a company. So the 3 M's, real quick, our meetings, the 4, I just went through them, weekly, daily, quarterly, and yearly for the planning. The second M is message, helping to get them stuck, understanding the metrics that they need to hit and move so that they know how to play the game and be successful. And then really just delegate, but monitor. And then the third M is motivation. And really it comes down to story. There's a great quote that says, he with the best story wins. Make sure your team, your customers, your contractors understand your story for the business, for yourself, for your life. And that will help you build a bigger business. I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel and share this video. If you know anybody that needs to hear this, that you've talked to recently, that's like, man, I'm really frustrated with the way my team's been acting, share this video and it might inspire them to take a different strategy to get a better outcome. I want to challenge you guys to live a bigger life and a bigger business, and I'll see you next Monday.